What's going on, everybody? Blake here with Trade Tracer. As always, none of this is financial advice. Trade and invest at your own risk. Let's go ahead and get it kicked off here with the S&P. We have the SPY pulled up here on a daily time frame, and last week was an excellent week to trade. I had mentioned that once we had seen prices close above the cloud, and we'd hopefully have some consecutive closes above the cloud, things would get a lot easier, and they did. This past week, we had a trigger on S&P from the, let's see, this was the 15th, so the previous week's Friday. Come in on Monday, gap down, bullish reversal candle right up to our next level, gap up Tuesday, gap up Wednesday. Thursday, still a green candle. And then Friday, needed a little bit of rest, which is much expected because coming up against all-time high levels. And this is still bullish consolidation, right? You know, we've got 3 days closing within this range here. And I think if we see prices above Friday's high, that's new all-time highs for the S&P 500. That is very bullish, and I'm going to stay long. We had many trades this week and last that have been paying very, very nicely. So the plan for me right now is just to stay long versus my stops. We've got some great entries. Hopefully you've scaled some profits this past week on this way up, and you're sitting really nice and green with your swing trades. So S&P looks really, really good. Moving to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is simply bull flagging above the cloud. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Most of you that follow me know that I love to trade a bull flag breakout. It's a very high probability trade setup when we are in uptrend. And that's exactly what we are seeing right here with the NASDAQ. So you can see big thrusting candle to break through that cloud, gap up, and then we just kind of consolidate for 4 days really in this little price range, in this band. So I'm going to be looking to see if tech can get some more momentum this week. The S&P is leading along with the Dow. The Dow actually looks really good. The Dow is closing at all-time highs on Friday, so this is a bullish setup. I like the industrials here, and you know, if we're going to have to keep our eyes on this to see if it continues to lead. Small caps still really doing nothing, right? We've been in this range for almost a year now and just kind of gone sideways. But I'll tell you what, if we do break above this, we'll call it 229 on IWM, we get above 229, I think this could be a rocket much higher. This guy's got a lot of upside. Big consolidation for almost a year. You know, we've got the bullish cloud twist, and now we're consolidating at levels we've seen many times. But if we can get above 229 on the IWM, I think we could see 234, 235 pretty quickly. And realistically, I think we make a move up to 240 if we can make a move above that 229 level. So keep a close eye on the small caps. Going to be looking at growth to see what growth does this week. All right, let's take a quick look into crypto. What's going on in the crypto world? Well, Bitcoin did come and test the previous all-time high. So you can see, came up here, tested the previous all-time high, and got sent back down to the cloud. So, you know, I want to see Bitcoin trade above 6,500 or 65,000. I want to see it trade in this range for a few days. And if it does that, that is going to be very bullish. And I'm going to have a pretty high price target on Bitcoin if that happens. I've got a price target of 86,000, one of our fib extension levels. So if Bitcoin can start to, you know, put in multiple closes above the previous all-time high, that's going to be very bullish. And I'm going to be looking to add to Bitcoin. You can see we had a previous entry back here around 36,000 back in July, and then we had another entry around this bull flag, and then you had another entry around 56,000 in this bull flag. So just many entries just on this previous uptrend that you could have gotten long. Hard to chase here, right? Now you don't want to be chasing all the way up here at all-time highs, but if we do start to see multiple candles close above the previous all-time high, that's going to be bullish price structure, and I'm going to be looking to add. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, you know, similar story, right? You know, we've got the previous all-time high here. Came up, pretty much tagged it to the penny. You can see this little wick. We came up, tested it, and got sent back down. but still holding the cloud. So we're still holding the 10 SMA. Bitcoin is not. So right now, Ethereum looks pretty darn good. Similar story, right? I want to see closes above this 4370, 4400 area, call it. So I want to see some price action in this area before adding. And similar story, I've got I think 6,000 price target. Yep. So 6,000 price target here on Ethereum. If you're investing and swinging this long, we did have a previous entry back here, similar with Bitcoin back in July, right around 2,200. So pretty much doubled your money from July if you took that entry. I know a lot of you did, and congratulations, way to stay long versus your stops. You guys never got stopped out, still holding, still getting paid. So that's how to do it. Good job. All right, so let's take a look at some of our trades from this past week because we had some phenomenal gainers. Tesla was on the playbook, just absolutely ripped. Bull flag, said I like to trade bull flags, right? We had a bull flag and then break above, and then from there it just ripped much, much higher. Tesla was one of the stocks that was leading FNGU. We actually have some exposure of this in our investment portfolio as well. So we had a trigger on FNGU right around 38. Ran that next day, gap up, run again, and guess what? Came into one of our levels and is pausing. So still a bullish price action I like there. Let's take a look at Nvidia. We had Nvidia. And once again, came into contact with some of these levels and is pausing. AMD was a big payday. AMD looked great. Had a nice break above this level here, and then just pretty much a straight line to all-time closing highs. We need to get back to that 122 area to get back above all-time highs. SoFi was another great one. Check out these levels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days interacting with this level. So I always say I don't make these levels up. Oftentimes they are some sort of Fibonacci retracement or extension, and or some sort of price level that I've identified that has a lot of trading action. So these levels are here as guides, as a roadmap, and make sure that you're using them to your advantage because they can really tell the story as to what might be coming next, and give you some areas of interest to potentially take some profits, take some risk off the table, and so forth. So make sure you're paying attention to the levels that I'm posting with the playbook every day that I'm sending out. All right, let's wrap it up really quickly. S&P looks really good. I'm going to, like I said, stay long versus my stops. I'm not really going to be looking to press too much here. I have a decent amount of exposure with some of the stocks that I just told you, along with the indexes. So this week I'm going to be playing it fairly slow, but if we do start to see some consolidation near this all-time high and then a break, yeah, I'm going to be getting longer. So that's going to be wrapping it up for this week. Make sure you guys are staying patient, staying focused. We had basically more than a month, right? This downtrend here was really sloppy and ugly, and we didn't do much of anything in here. And I tell everybody, you don't have to trade every day. And downtrends and no trends, our number one priority is preservation of capital. If you waited all of this out, you could have gotten long right in here when we started to break out, and this is the easy move, right? This is where you want to trade. This right here. That's what we captured by staying patient, by staying disciplined, by putting the odds in our favor, and we completely avoided all of this. Okay. We don't want to trade this. This is sloppy, ugly trading. This is no odds in your favor. So we're going to not trade no trend and downtrend. But when we get into uptrend and we have rules to trade, this is where we make our money. All right. So patience paid once again. See you guys in the open.